Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I talk about everything related to When Calls the Heart, the hit Hallmark series that follows the lives and loves of the people of Hope Valley. In this video, I'm going to recap and review the latest episode of Season 10, Episode 6, titled The Heart of the Problem. And of course, I'm going to discuss the big question that has been on everyone's mind. Will Elizabeth choose Nathan or Lucas? Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the episode. So before continue, I request you to subscribe our channel and press on the bell icon button for new videos notifications on time. Let's get started. The episode begins with a scene of Elizabeth and her son Jack walking in the woods. They stumble upon a hot spring that has become a popular tourist attraction for Hope Valley. Elizabeth is surprised to see how crowded it is and how much the town has changed. She runs into Lucas, who is there with his mother Helen. Lucas invites Elizabeth and Jack to join them for a dip in the spring, but Elizabeth politely declines. She says she has to get back to school and prepare for her class. Meanwhile, Nathan is busy with his duties as a Mountie. He has to deal with a group of rowdy tourists who are causing trouble in town. He also has to escort a prisoner named Frank to another town for trial. Frank claims he is innocent and begs Nathan to help him prove it. Nathan is skeptical, but he agrees to look into his case. Back at school, Elizabeth is teaching her students about poetry. She assigns them a homework to write their own poems and share them with the class the next day. She also tells them that they will have a special guest speaker, Helen Bouchard, Lucas' mother, and a famous author. The students are excited, especially Allie, Nathan's niece, who is a big fan of Helen's books. The next day, Helen arrives at the school and gives a talk about her writing process and her inspiration. She also reads an excerpt from her latest novel, which is a romance set in Paris. The students are captivated by her words, especially Elizabeth, who can't help but feel a connection with Lucas through his mother's stories. Later that day, Elizabeth visits Rosemary and Lee at their home. They have just welcomed their new baby girl, who they have named Elizabeth Rose Coulter. Rosemary is overjoyed to be a mother, but she also confesses that she misses her own mother, who died when she was young. She wishes she could ask her for advice and guidance on how to raise her daughter. Elizabeth comforts her and tells her that she is not alone. She has Lee, who loves her and supports her, and she has the whole community of Hope Valley, who are like family to her. Meanwhile, Nathan finds out that Frank was telling the truth. He was framed by another man named Jake, who was the real culprit of the crime. Nathan confronts Jake and arrests him. He also apologizes to Frank and sets him free. Frank thanks him and tells him that he owes him his life. That night, there is a big barbecue at the Canfield's house. Joseph and Minnie Canfield have prepared their own special sauces for the occasion and invite everyone to taste them. The barbecue is a success and everyone has a good time. Elizabeth attends with Jack and runs into both Nathan and Lucas there. They both try to get her attention and spend time with her, but she is torn between them. The next day at school, the students present their poems to the class. Allie reads hers first, which is about her admiration for Helen Bouchard and her love for books. Helen is impressed by her poem and praises her for her talent. She also gives her a signed copy of her latest novel as a gift. Next up is Robert, who reads his poem about the hot spring. He expresses his frustration that the tourists have taken over their favorite spot and that they can't enjoy it anymore. He also suggests that they should do something about it. Elizabeth listens to his poem and gets an idea. She decides to organize a field trip for her students to visit the hot spring again. She asks Lucas if he can arrange it for them, since he owns the land where the spring is located. Lucas agrees and says he will make sure that they have the place all to themselves. The next day, Elizabeth takes her students to the hot spring. They are delighted to see that there are no tourists around and that they can have fun in the water again. Elizabeth joins them and splashes around with them. She also notices that Lucas is there, watching them from a distance. He smiles at her and she smiles back. Meanwhile, Nathan is at his office, doing some paperwork. He looks at a photo of him and Allie on his desk and smiles. He then hears a knock on the door. He opens it and sees Elizabeth standing there. She has come to talk to him. She tells him that she has something important to tell him. She says that she has made a decision about her feelings for him and Lucas. She says that she has chosen. And that's where the episode ends, with a cliffhanger that leaves us wondering who Elizabeth has chosen, Nathan or Lucas? What do you think? Who do you want her to choose? And what did you think of the rest of the episode? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Hearties. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.